Shalom, Kol Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Kudash, Shani Kabad, and Kadwala Requab, Zaquayim Nawa, Wa Shalayakim Nawa. That's the belongers to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, Wabarakim, Labakarim, Shaliash Rala. That's peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. So as you can see, I got this video from TikTok. It says, breaking news, 160 people arrested in Ohio. HT, I'm not going to say those two words for YouTube's algorithm. I don't want anything to happen to the video. So 160 people arrested in Ohio HT, including teachers, coaches, doctors, and many more. So with this video, what I wanted to do was bring out 2 points. The first one is just to be circumspect, to be wise, we know that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is watching over us, is protecting us, and we always say Thawada for his mercy, his grace, and his love. But that doesn't mean that you go out here and you make friends with the next person that is nice to you and smiles in your face. Don't be out here making friends with just any old every single body. Don't be trusting any old every single body. Still be wise, still be circumspect. Don't go giving out your information to random people calling you. Don't be giving out your phone number. Your address and your email, your whole full name. Just don't be stupid. Just because the Lord is watching over us, it doesn't mean that you now can just be carefree. So just wanted to state that. And the second thing is, these days are evil. These days are evil. The love of many is waxing cold. We're going to grab that precept, Lord's will. So I just wanted to also highlight the mentality that would be in the minds of people, that people would have in these end days. And this is showing it right here, because this is a nasty and corrupt and evil spirit to take part in this. Not only that, but to do it, to be physically a part of the act. It's disgusting. So a lot of people have been getting arrested in many different places, and just wanted to highlight those 2 points. So we're going to watch at least half of this video, maybe a little bit more, and then we will get some corresponding precepts.
Ohio now. This morning, 160 people are facing charges in Ohio accused of human trafficking. It's the latest in a series of law enforcement stings across the country. One just last week in Florida saw more than 200 arrests. Stephanie Haynes joins us live to tell us a little bit more about what we're learning about these suspects. And Stephanie, these suspects, it's chilling. They include educated, distinguished, high-ranking individuals. It's happening all around us for people in our everyday lives.
Marky, chilling indeed. These are teachers, these are coaches, nurses, retirees, people you and I would know in our communities, and it can really happen anywhere. And law enforcement say that this problem is so pervasive that even the most successful operations, like this one in Ohio or like one in Florida last week, doesn't even begin to put a dent in this problem. But it doesn't stop law enforcement from stepping up their game every single time to try to clamp down on human trafficking.
Your hands up.
This is one of 160 arrests made in Ohio over the past week in what law enforcement calls Operation Buyer's Remorse.
Hey! How's it going, buddy?
It's not just cops. Everybody that's in the fight, that's trying to help the survivors of human trafficking, is there on the ground, and every one of them is necessary.
In Polk County, Florida, more than 200 people were arrested last week in a similar undercover operation, including 35 who investigators say were living in the country illegally, and 2 alleged traffickers.
Sometimes we work an entire operation without being able to identify the human trafficker because the ladies are scared to death of them. So we think it's a big deal.
Former FBI agent and News Nation Law and Justice contributor Jennifer Koffendorfer says operations like this are becoming more and more frequent in order to try to clamp down on what she calls a crisis.
Now we are seeing the fruits of the labor.
Yeah, we're going to stop right here. I don't want to hear this lady's voice, and she looks crazy. She's creeping me out. Look at her big ass nose. You know, she could be a part of it. But that's the point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're talking about everyday people that you're probably walking by as you go out to the grocery store, the laundromat, wherever. Teachers, coaches, doctors, you're probably talking to them, shaking their hand, literally, face to face with these disgusting people each and every single day. So what we're going to do is
It's not
first
just
get her off my screen. Secondly, what we're going to do is start with this precept, Ephesians 5. And I like this because both of these verses highlight the 2 points that I want to make in the spirit. So verse 15 says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, as I mentioned, not as fools, but as wise. Don't be out here making friends with just any old person and everybody. Don't be giving out your information, your full name, your address, right? Your email, your telephone number. Just be wise. Yes, the Lord is watching over us, so do we really have anything to worry about? Well, if you're a part of the elect, but how do you know that you are of the elect? You see the dynamic here. You see why you still have to fear the Lord. Now, we hope we are, and there's a good chance that we are, because who really is doing the work genuinely like us? It's not many people, right? So we have a good fighting chance. But that doesn't mean that you just put yourself in a stupid situation all because you're like, yeah, I'm doing the work. I got to be a part of the number. And now you just make friends with the next 10 people you see just because. No, still be wise. Don't be a fool. Don't be stupid. And be circumspect. Watch your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll tell you this, as a female, if you go to a parking lot, right? Like if you're going to the grocery store, if you go to the grocery store and you park, and then all of a sudden someone parks right next to you and your driver's side is on their driver's side and they park to where that is the case, well, maybe just sit in the car for a few minutes, see what's going on, or go to a different area, park in a different area, you know, get out of there or make a phone call. I don't know, but be wise. Don't just hop out. You hop out, they hop out, it's over from there. I'm not saying these things to promote fear. I'm just saying these things to show examples of using wisdom and being circumspect. Just watching your surroundings. You know, don't be going to crazy places dark at, you know, when it's at night, real dark. You walking in alleys by yourself. I mean, just be wise. That's all. It's not hard. It's not hard. Now, why are we to do these things? Because verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And that's the second point that I want to make in this video. The days that we're living in, they're just straight up evil. We're just living in a bad time. We're in Babylon the Great. It's literally called the mother of all harlots. You got different spirits, different religions, different types of people. These people are corrupt. They're crazy. And they're psychotic in their mind. That's the kind of world that we're living in today that's being ran by Esau, Edom. And proof of that is this crap right here that's being perpetuated on a large scale. I mean, we're talking about a huge business. A huge underground business, I'll just say, that you wouldn't even know about. How many more of these are happening in various different states or cities? And we're just talking about here in Babylon the Great. Now, the other precept I want to bring out is Matthew 24. Now remember, Yahushua is outlining prophecies or signs that will be happening in these end days to let us know of his return, how close he is to returning. And he talked about a lot of people deceiving you as if they are anointed, coming in the Lord's name. How we're going to hear wars, rumors of wars, different nations against nations, right? People, what else? It talks about famines, pestilences, earthquakes. And then we jump down here to verse 12, which is the point. It says, and because iniquity shall abound. And we just saw some iniquity. The love of many shall wax cold. That's what's going on right now. Iniquity is abounding. There's nothing but an evil spirit in this place. Sin after sin, because the Lord's laws are not established. People aren't even looking towards God nowadays anymore. I believe I saw a post somewhere that talked about how atheists are on the rise in America. People not even looking to a higher power. And now all of a sudden you have the love of many is waxing cold. Now when we click on verse 12, we click on interlinear, and I always go to either forward interlinear or reverse interlinear. I just like how it's written out. Now we click on G5594 for the word cold, and you see psycho. Now that reminds me of the word psyche, which in the Greek just means spirit or your mind. Like that's where you get the definition of the word psychology. The ology means study of, and then psych, going back to psyche, the Greek, just means mind or spirit. So psychology means the study of the mind or the study of the spirit. That's all it is. Now, literally what this is talking about is, or metaphorically, the love of many waxing cold is just representing how it's a metaphor of waning love. Love is on the decline. So if love is waning, it's declining, then what's rising? Hate. There's two sides to everything. Up, down, big, small, left, right. Right? So you have love, hate. So the love of many is waxing cold, meaning hate is rising in their hearts or in their minds. An evil spirit is rising. People are more cold toward one another. It's not all jolly and happy in these days anymore, especially concerning what's happening. I mean, you look at the rate of rent and mortgages, interest rates everywhere climbing. It's hard to get jobs. You get a job and it's not even paying your bills. You got to get a second or third one, or you got to put in extra hours working late, putting in like 45, 50 hours a week just so you can pay your bills. I mean, people's minds are just growing evil, and it's making them, I'm not giving any excuses, but I guarantee you, these people that were involved in this crap, I bet you they're getting paid handsomely, guaranteed. And you don't gotta do the actual act to be a part of it. You just help facilitate movement, and now you get paid. And I bet you they're getting paid well. So the love of many is waxing cold, man. Their minds is growing more evil and wicked in these end days. And I'm going to end off here because in the Lord's will, the point has been made, just to be circumspect, be wise, and then just showing how this mentality was prophesied to be in these end days. So now this is the book of Isaiah 19 and verse 14. This is an end prophecy referring to America. America here in this verse is being called Egypt. America is spiritually Egypt. Isaiah 19 verse 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt, or America, to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. So you walk outside, you just got your groceries, now you see a man, he has a bottle in his hand, he threw up, and he tried walking, he tripped over himself, and now his face is in his vomit. It's disgusting, it's nasty. And that's the spirit that's in America right now. It's disgusting, it's perverse, it's evil, it's wicked. And that's exactly what we saw in that video. Now, when we look up the word perverse here, just like this, highlight, look up, it says, of a person or their actions showing a deliberate or obstinate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or unacceptable, often in spite of the consequences. So it's a deliberate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or unacceptable. These people were deliberately behaving in a way that is unreasonable and unacceptable, and they did not care about the consequences. This is perverse. And the Lord said he mingled this spirit because he's showing what happens in a world where his laws are not established and obeyed. He's also showing what happens when the wicked is ruling. Because this man Esau Edom, who's hiding behind other names such as white, Caucasian, European, he's allowing this crap to happen. This won't be happening when the kingdom of heaven is established and the true Israelites are in their land. Us, to be specific, the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans. When Yahweh Shai is officially ruling, crap like this ain't going to be going down. But it is under the wicked. So this perverse spirit is in the land. The days are evil. The love of many is waxing cold. Therefore, be wise, be circumspect. That's it. That's the point in the video. And I pray that it was edifying to the elect. Kol Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Nachakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.